Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Dr. Stuff Box. So today we are going to deal with a topic of ophthalmology, which is keratitis. So in keratitis, today we are gonna read ulcerative keratitis, or you can say corneal ulcers. So start with keratitis. So basically keratitis is inflammation of cornea. So the three features of keratitis are three C's: corneal edema, corneal infiltration, and corneal congestion. Now we'll move towards the classification of keratitis. Now the classification of keratitis can be on a different basis. So we'll see first morphologically. Morphologically, there could be ulcerative keratitis and non-ulcerative keratitis. So we'll move towards ulcerative keratitis, which is also a corneal ulcer. So what is ulcer? As we know, the discontinuation in normal epithelium is called ulcers. So we are talking about corneal ulcer. So discontinuation in normal epithelial surface of cornea. Now apart from the discontinuation in epithelial, एक और चीज़ होती है जो है necrosis of surrounding corneal tissue. So when we talk about or when we define corneal ulcer, so it is basically discontinuation in normal epithelial surface of cornea with necrosis of surrounding corneal tissue. ये बहुत important है. Now we'll classify the corneal ulcer, okay? So classification of corneal ulcers can be depending on so many factors. First, depending on the location. So in the cornea, it could be in the center of cornea, so central corneal ulcer or peripheral corneal ulcer. Now depending upon the purulence, it could be purulent corneal ulcer or non-purulent. Now here what is important is purulent corneal ulcer is caused by bacteria, fungal, bacterial and fungal infection cause corneal ulcer. Now the non-purulent one are caused by mostly by viral, chlamydial and allergic corneal reaction. Now depending upon the association of hypopyon. So what is hypopyon? So hypopyon is basically fluid. Hypopyon is fluid. So what happens? There is sometimes in the corneal ulcer, there is sometimes the accumulation of hypopyon. Okay. So if there is accumulation of hypopyon, we'll say hypopyon corneal ulcer. If there is not, then simple corneal ulcer. We'll see बाद में कि what is hypopyon, कैसे है उसका accumulation and everything. Now depending upon depth of ulcer. So when we talk about depth of ulcer, it could be superficial corneal ulcer, deep corneal ulcer with impending perforation or perforated corneal ulcer. Now the fifth one, depending upon slough formation. So there is non-sloughing corneal ulcer and sloughing corneal ulcer. So this was guys all about the classification of corneal ulcer. अब हम पढ़ेंगे pathology and pathogenesis of corneal ulcer. So basically, what is pathogenesis? The changes in any kind of disease is pathogenesis. You know how it progresses, how the disease progresses is pathogenesis. So there are changes that are described under 4 stages. First stage is stage of progressive infiltration. First we need to remember the 4 stages. Stage of active ulceration, stage of regression, stage of cicatrization. So we can remember it as PARC, the community medicine book, but not PARK but PARC, PARC. So it will be like first is progressive infiltration, A is active ulceration, R is regression and C is cicatrization. So now we'll start the pathology of localized corneal ulcer. So first we'll talk about stage of progressive infiltration. So what happened? There is damage to the corneal ulcer. And now when there is damage to the corneal ulcer, तो क्या होगा? Bacteria, fungus, जो भी है, they'll come inside. So if there is bacterial adhesion and toxins to the host receptors, host के receptors पे there is bacterial adhesion, okay? Now जब ये हो गया तो there will be infiltration of polymorphonuclear lymphocytes into the epithelium. Whenever there is any kind of infection, we know that leukocytes come to the surface. So here what will happen is infiltration of PMNL into epithelium. After that there will be necrosis of involved tissue. So you can see this diagram. This is the epithelium. So there is breach in the corneal epithelium, as we can see, and these are the, after the bacterial adhesion, these are the infiltration of polymorphonuclear cells and into the epithelium. Now the next stage is stage of active ulceration. So when we are talking about active ulceration, so it is active, there is so much things going on. So firstly, there is necrosis and sloughing of epithelium. Not only epithelium, in this one the progressive filtration, it was only epithelium, but in the stage of active ulceration there is necrosis and sloughing of epithelium, Bowman's membrane and involved stroma. Now when this happened, the saucer shaped ulcer is formed. Saucer shaped ulcer is formed, and then the wall projects above normal surface of the cornea. That's the reason we are calling saucer shaped ulcer, because the wall of the cornea, it projects above the normal surface of cornea, as you can see it here. Now because epithelium, Bowman's membrane and the stroma is also involved, so you can see the breach is more down. After this, we are going to see the swelling of lamella by imbibition of fluid and packing of leukocytes between them. Because PMNL cells are coming up, so there will be now accumulation of fluid and these leukocytes will be packed between them. And the sides and the floor of the ulcer shows grey infiltration of sloughing. Now there are some points which is very important for the stages of active ulceration. So what will be there? Hyperemia of circumcorneal network. Hyperemia of circumcorneal network of vessel. तो इससे क्या होता है? It will result in polymorphonuclear cells response, causing, अभी इनका response से क्या होगा? There will be accumulation of fluid, or you can call purulent exudates on the cornea. Purulent exudates कहाँ होगा? Cornea पे होगा. Now this one was first. Now second, vascular congestion of iris and ciliary body, and you can also find some degree of iritis. अब ये क्यों होता है? Because the absorption of toxins released by bacteria got absorbed by the ulcer. So absorption of toxin from ulcer. So vascular congestion in iris and ciliary body is due to absorption of toxin from the ulcer. Now exudation of anterior chamber from the vessel of iris and ciliary body may lead to the formation of hypopine. तो क्या होता है? जो anterior chamber होता है, as we know, anterior chamber में vessels का exudation के कारण, iris and ciliary body में जो vessels है उसके exudation के कारण there is a formation of hypopyon. Now hypopyon is the same accumulation of fluid in the cornea. So exudation into the chamber from vessel of iris and ciliary body may form hypopyon. Okay, now we'll see the third stage, that is stage of regression. So what happened here? The leukocytes present over there, they neutralize and phagocytose the offending organism. Bacteria को तो neutralize करके phagocytose कर रहे हैं, and also the necrotic cellular debris, because all the process what happened, the offending agent का आना and then the accumulation of bacteria. So when the process of kind of healing is going on, there is the necrotic cellular debris which is also got phagocytosed by the leukocytes. Now the ulcer begin to heal and epithelium starts growing over the edges. So you can see the epithelium started growing over the edges. So this was stage of regression. So when we are talking about stage of regression, तो क्या होता है कि इस वाले stage में this process is accompanied by superficial vascularization that increases the humoral and cellular immune response. Now the ulcer now begins to heal and the epithelium starts growing. So this was the stage of regression. Now we'll talk about stage of cicatrization. So stage of cicatrization is a what happened in this? Progressive epithelialization, which forms the permanent covering. The epithelial that was growing found the permanent covering on it. So now what happens? Beneath the epithelium, the fibrous tissue is laid down by the corneal fibroblast and endothelium. So this is important. Beneath the epithelium, fibrous tissue is laid down by what? Corneal fibroblast and endothelial cells of the new blood vessels. And due to which the stroma, it thickens. So the stroma is thickens. Now what happens? Now the healing will start, okay? So when the healing is starting, healing could be of 3 different types. So if we talk about a healing, if the ulcer was superficial, it will heal leaving no opacity. Okay. Now if the ulcer involves Bowman's membrane, which is the second membrane, and superficial stroma, which is the third membrane, so what will happen? Nebula will form. So a scar, basically the scar will be present, and that scar is called nebula. Got it? The scar is called nebula. Now third, when ulcer involves 1/3 or more of corneal stroma, the scar is formed, and the scar is called macula and leucoma. So we'll talk about this in details afterwards. But this is what? So basically the healing which is happening in stage of cicatrization is of 3 different types. Because if it's superficial ulcer, तो opacity नहीं होगा. अल्सर अगर बोमेंस मेम्ब्रेन एंड सुपरफिशियल स्ट्रोमा इन्वॉल्व कर रहा है तो स्कार को नेबुला बोलते हैं. एंड अल्सर अगर 1/3 या मोर कॉर्नियल स्ट्रोमा को इन्वॉल्व कर रहा है तो मैक्यूला एंड ल्यूकोमा बोलते हैं. सो दिस फोटो इज द स्टेज ऑफ सिकाट्राइजेशन. So basically this was all about the pathogenesis of this corneal ulcer. After this, in the next video, I'm gonna cover the clinical features, symptoms, signs with the complication of corneal ulcer and the management of the corneal ulcer. So in the management, we'll see the treatments, lab diagnosis and everything. So please see the next video, which will be the treatments and everything of corneal ulcer. And do let me know how you like this about this keratitis. If you really like it, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching my video.